Gentlemen, it's Thursday, July 3rd, 2025. My name is Nick Parsons. This is the Betting Memo. And on today's show, you're going to get a featured free pick from me, a 5% client pick in the CFL. We'll get into that a little bit later. Also, the Goldsheet free play. We'll have a featured capper who will have a featured free play as well, guys. But before I get to any of those things, I have to tell you about Thursday's featured package. The WNBA and the CFL are back in full swing on Thursday night, so only fitting that our featured package comes from Dan Kaiser. Dan was 2-1 on Wednesday, and he's 9-2 with his last 11 premium plays overall. Dan is 14-6 with his MLB over the last 7 days, and so Dan's 4% interleague best bet for Thursday becomes our official featured package. So let's just get right into the Goldsheet free play here today, guys. If you don't know what or who the Goldsheet is, they are a company that have been around since the late 1950s. They have a world-class newsletter, and they provide picks on both Wager Talk and over at Sports Memo. And they also provide me with a Goldsheet free play on every show. And so let's just get into Thursday's Goldsheet free play. And so Goldsheet's MLB prop of the day is on the New York Yankees team total over 4.5 runs. And that's available at -110 at DraftKings on Thursday morning. And so the Goldsheet goes on to say that the Blue Jays and Yankees have been involved in some wild games to start this series, and Toronto's bullpen threw 100 pitches on Wednesday. A red hot start at the beginning of the season has helped keep Chris Bassett's profile looking respectable, but he has an ERA of over 5 across his last 13 starts. And they finished by saying, in his last outing against the Red Sox, he allowed 9 runs on 8 hits with 4 walks in 2 innings. Remember, guys, you can access the free MLB stat sheet under the download section at wt.buzz/TGS, and then come back each morning for updated MLB betting info. Sports Memo is determined to always bring you guys the best deals. They have some really great deals going on right now over the summer. Let's just get right into some of them here. So to celebrate independence with saving, guys, July 4th, this 4th of July, we're lighting up the sports betting experience with a star-spangled special that you guys don't want to miss. So normally priced at $49, any 3-day all-access pass or flex pass is now discounted by $17.76. And so that's part of the Sports Memo 4th of July celebration. This is what this special is, guys, the 4th of July celebration. And so that means you get expert picks and premium plays for just over $10 daily. And the best part, guys, there's no limit on use. Load up on as many passes as you want while this patriotic offer lasts. But one of the most popular options, though, is the Flex Picks option, guys. And here's how that works if you're unfamiliar. And it's just $69 right now on special. So Flex Picks, it gives you the ultimate flexibility to access the daily picks you want from the experts that you trust. You choose your handicapper, you select the expert whose plays you want for the day, and then you get full access for that day. You get all of the selections from your chosen expert for that day. And you can also plan ahead or go day by day. So you log in daily to make your pick, or you can actually schedule your selections up to a week in advance. And you can also change your mind anytime. You can switch your selected expert right up until the plays are released. And you can also skip days at your convenience. And so if you have a 30-day flex pass, you don't need to use it 30 days in a row. Guys, it's the most flexible and affordable way to stay ahead with expert betting advice. And now also on Wednesdays throughout the summer, guys, we have $5 Wednesdays. That went on just yesterday. Every capper posts a $5 play. They wait to release a lot of 4% and 5% picks on those days so you guys can take advantage. It's definitely a good way to get a variety of different plays from a variety of different cappers. And then also 50% off Fridays. So that's tomorrow, guys. Same thing as $5 Wednesday. Every capper will release one 50% off package. Another great opportunity to take advantage and save at the same time. So guys, on yesterday's show, my Parsons best bet was on the over in the Rangers in the Orioles. That was a setback. You know, I wish I could win every single pick. I wish I could win every single sport, every single season. Typically, baseball is one of my stronger sports. It has been in the past, but this year it has admittedly been difficult. Last year, you know, I finished positive units in the NFL, college football. I am, in fact, the #1 college football handicapper over at Sports Memo since 2023. And I also finished positive units in the NBA, college basketball, and in the NHL. And I'm also playing right now with house money in the CFL. I'm 7-5. and I'm also 14-5 in the WNBA this year. So I'm definitely going to be working hard to get my 2025 MLB program back on track. But for Thursday, I'm shifting gears once again here. It's the 5% Thursday night pick that I have going here. As I said, I'm 7-5 overall this year. I lead Sports Memo since November with big ticket plays, guys. I'm 34-14 for 70% with my 5% picks over at Sports Memo. And so the game I'm looking at, guys, sees the 3-0 Winnipeg Blue Bombers in Calgary on Thursday night, and the home side Stampeders are 3.5-point underdogs. Now, guys, Winnipeg is 3-0 after a 36-23 win over Edmonton last week, while Calgary is 2-1 and looking to bounce back from a 20-12 loss to Ottawa. That was in week 3, though, and with a whole week off to prepare for this one, I like the Stampeders to, at the very least, keep this one competitive until the final moment. Winnipeg has been good on both sides of the ball, allowing a combined 57 points over its first 3 games, and its quarterback, Zach Collaros, had 334 yards and 3 touchdowns last weekend. Calgary's Vernon Adams Jr.'s had a putrid game in the loss to the Red Blacks 2 weeks ago. He finished 17 of 32 for 218 yards, no touchdowns, and an interception. But his offensive line looked great over the first 2 games, beating Hamilton 38-26 before the 29-19 road victory at Toronto. He's actually yet to throw a touchdown pass, so clearly the veteran is going to be feeling the pressure here to put together a decent game. And the Calgary defense has for sure been decent as well. The most points the unit has given up so far was in their week 1 38-26 home win over Hamilton. Guys, one really interesting factor to take into account here is the fact that this will be the first time ever in their entire history that the Stampeders have played at home during the Calgary Stampede, which is just a huge cowboy party. But yeah, Brett Michaels is supposed to be doing the halftime show. And there was also a $25,000 wager made by the team presidents to donate to the other team's charity, whoever loses. And so it's going to be a massive crowd in Calgary for this game cheering on the home side. It's hard to imagine the Blue Bombers looking past the Stamps, but with their bye week next week, there's a very real possibility of that happening. Now, I had the Blue Jays on Canada Day at home against the Yankees, and this is the same sort of thing here for the Stamps, in my opinion. I think Vernon Adams Jr., he'll settle down and return to form. And while I do think an outright win is possible, my official call will be to grab as many points as you can with the Stampeders on Thursday night. I'm all about giving you guys lots more client picks, lots of free plays from the top handicappers over at Sports Memo. But to do that, I'm going to have to ask you to smash the like button, to leave some comments, whether you agree or disagree. That definitely helps with the algorithm. Also, hit the bell icon. Every time we do go live, you guys will get notified and can take advantage of the information that we're putting out there for you. All of these things, guys, really simple to do. They really do help us out, and they allow us to continue to put out this content for you. All right, Thursday's featured capper is red hot. He has been for months, guys. Steve Seagrave. He's 16-8 with his MLB over the last 2 weeks, and he's Thursday's featured capper. Guys, you know Steve Seagrave. He's been one of our featured cappers several times, and he always will be. He's super sharp. He's always on the leaderboards, and his product that he releases, it's truly top-notch. And so Steve has a big MLB 4% major wager going on Thursday as well, guys. And Steve is also on a longer-term 31-19 MLB run as well. Either way, guys, Steve Seagrave, he is our featured capper here for Thursday, July 3rd. And our featured free play comes from our featured capper. And Steve is suggesting a WNBA player prop, guys, on Skylar Diggins over 17.5 points at -120. And he goes on to say that after averaging only 15.1 points per game last season, Skylar Diggins has carved out a larger role as a scorer, as she's averaged 18.9 points per game during the 2025 campaign. Diggins has covered this line in each of her last 5 games and 13 of 17 games at 76% on the season. That includes a 20-point effort against the Atlanta Dream on May 30th, and she also scored 29 and 16 points in 2 head-to-head games against Atlanta last season. Now, the Dream do an amazing job defending the perimeter, but Diggins does the majority of her damage as a pick-and-roll ball handler, where Atlanta ranks dead last defensively. Diggins scores 65% of her points inside the arc, and the Dream rank bottom 4 defensively at defending the rim and the mid-range. Atlanta could be weakened defensively, as Ryan Howard is questionable with an upper body injury as well. Diggins has taken 13+ field goal attempts, 3+ three-point attempts, and 5+ free throw attempts during each of her last 5 games. And with that type of volume, 17 plus points is very attainable. And Steve closes by saying, the Seattle Storm are favored by 2 points, so we should see a close game that leads to full minutes for Diggins. So just to quickly recap, guys, my official Parsons best bet client play for Thursday is on the Calgary Stampeders plus 3.5 at home to Winnipeg. The Goldsheet's prop is on the New York Yankees team total over 4.5 runs, which is available at minus 110. And our featured free play from Steve Seagrave is on Skylar Diggins over 17.5 points, minus 120. The leaderboards have never been more competitive over at Sports Memo, guys. Let's quickly get caught up on the leaderboards right now. It's a brand new Sports Memo, guys. It's not the same one as it once was. It's more competitive between handicappers than it ever has been, but I currently lead the site in all sports over the last 30 days with a 43-27 record. Ricky Tran has caught fire at the ballpark over the last 3 and the last 7 days, but it's still Mark David that leads the site over the last 30 days with a 32-19 record. Guys, I'll be back on Friday with a Parsons best bet in the WNBA. I lead Sports Memo on the WNBA hardwood over the last 30 days with a 14-5 record. The CFL is also extremely competitive, but it's Rob Vincelletti that leads over the last 30 days with an 8-2 record. And on the pitch, we see Ben Birds leading all handicappers over the last 30 days with a 60% record across all leagues. Time for the rapid fire free picks section of the show. These are just all of the free picks available on the free picks page over at Sports Memo, guys, rapid fire style. So Billy Coleman, he says, take the Yankees minus 119 on the road in Toronto. I currently have an additional free play up on the over 9 in the White Sox and the Dodgers. Ricky Tran has a play on the Cubs minus 146 at home to Cleveland in interleague action. And finally, guys, Pro Sports Pick says take the Nationals on the run line plus 1.5, minus 115 at home to the Detroit Tigers. A bit of a slow morning. There will be more free picks loaded throughout the day. Go check out the free picks page over at Sports Memo for more details. As I mentioned, I will be back on Friday with a WNBA client pick. I'm looking to get a winner here in the CFL tonight, guys. Good luck with that tonight. On your way out, remember to smash the like button, leave some comments, hit the bell icon. Good luck with the WNBA. See you tomorrow and take care.